Guys, I got to experience Comic-Con for realsies this time. I spent one glorious day in downtown San Diego at Comic-Con. Thanks to my amazing grandmother who drove me down there and drove me back up. She knew I was going to be exhausted. And it was a little disappointing because I had a 4-day pass because I was press. Unfortunately, didn't get a hotel room. When you don't get your hotel room, you don't get to stay the whole time. I've only actually entered Comic-Con and I've had a ticket one time, and that was the one time that I went for Twilight. So I didn't actually do what the Comic-Con experience that you should do because I was 14 and very highly into Twilight. So this time around, I made sure I did it right. I've been down to Comic-Con the last 2 years, but I've only experienced like the outside activities. I have never entered the expo hall, so as soon as I got my badge, the first thing I did, I was by myself and I entered the expo hall. Let me just tell you guys, it's magical. There's just so much stuff to look at, and there's these awesome displays and these booths that are there for you, and they have like gigantic people that you love. And they have like the cars and things from like the Marvel movies. It was wonderful. I stepped into the expo hall and I was just like, wow. I literally exclaimed, wow. It was such a treat being able to experience the expo hall, the floor, because it is madness. So being as that I was only be at Comic-Con for one day, Teen Wolf was signing. They had their panel the day before, which I didn't get to see, but they were signing. There was a slim chance I was going to be able to get tickets because I was driving down and that happened. I didn't get tickets. But what I did do, I stalked the signing. I stalked the signing like a true fan, guys. So I met up with fellow booktuber enthusiast Melody, who makes all these awesome graphics for us, and she's just a really cool person, and she was gonna be there, and I'm like, well, if you're on your own, I'm on my own, we should meet up. The floor of Comic-Con is so crowded, and especially when there's actors at booths, because all people want to do is stop and stare, and it stops traffic. So the people at Comic-Con are like, okay, come on, let's move it, people. So you're constantly in motion. So even when I got up to the Teen Wolf signing booth and I was witnessing some of my favorite actors in person, I had to keep moving.
To your right. Yeah, please keep moving, please. To your right, keep moving. And you're blocking every...
How many times did I circle the Teen Wolf signing booth? Too many. Davis, Tyler Hoechlin, Holland Roden, Shelley Hennig, Dylan Sprayberry, and Tyler Posey were all signing at this booth. I've only ever met Holland Roden in person, and I've met Dylan O'Brien, but Dylan wasn't at the signing. And y'all know my man is Tyler Hoechlin. Do you know who is sexy? Tyler Hoechlin. Tyler Hoechlin.
Tyler Hoechlin is so hot.
He's like one of my favorite parts of the show, is just looking at him. I was so close to Tyler Hoechlin. I wish I would have been able to like at least talk to him. That's the problem at Comic-Con. There are so many actors there, it's a slim chance you're going to meet them, but it's a very large chance that you're actually going to be able to see them. Finally, when the signing ended, I stationed myself like right outside the booth because I witnessed the Hannibal cast like taking selfies with people who didn't get anything signed. So I'm like, okay, if I stand right here, maybe the cast will come to me. Unfortunately, there was a huge barrier, so I stood there, guys, for at least 10 minutes. I had my camera pointed at them the whole time because they literally stopped right in front of me, like they were talking to some fan, and I was just recording it the whole time. My footage tonight and I realized that Dylan Sprayberry like was looking at me at my camera, me filming them. Embarrassing, but so funny. I literally was being such a creeper. I was just standing there and just filming them the whole time. But I wasn't the only one. There was like a million other people beside me. I didn't get to meet any of them, but I mean, I got that I was like so close to them. It was fine because that was what I was expecting. I was just expecting to see them. And that was the end of my Teen Wolf experience for the day. So after the whole Teen Wolf sighting, there really wasn't a point for me to stay in the expo hall because I had seen everything. I got a hold of Kimmy from Page 2 Premiere and I wanted to see what she was up to. Kimmy told me that she was going to be attending the Fox press conference and that I could join her. Well, that was at the Hilton Bayfront, which is like across the street from the convention center. This is where things get interesting because this was not on my agenda for the day. The Hilton is mainly for press because they have rooms for the conferences and for interviews. So there are floors that are restricted. Fortunately, I have a press badge. This puppy that gets me into places. And so I moseyed on up to the second floor. I was texting Kimmy and who shows up and starts walking past me? The entire Originals cast plus Paul Wesley. I had a mini freak out, guys. I took the moment and I followed them down the escalator. I mean, you would do that, right? So I rode the entire escalator down back to the second floor with them and I listened to their conversation. Hashtag creeper status. That was probably like the coolest moment though of the entire day, was just seeing the Originals cast because it's cool seeing actors that you like. I didn't faint and I didn't freak out. I was just standing right behind them and listening to them speak to each other. The next portion of my day was the press conference. The first panel was the Maze Runner cast, and I feel like I've been covering Maze Runner for a very long time because I got to meet Dylan O'Brien at WonderCon.
I always, ideally, somebody I can learn from, somebody who could be a hero of mine, somebody who I am just in awe of the way they go about the filmmaking process. Wes is absolutely that guy. And he's only like 10 years older than me. Like when I was making those YouTube videos, he was like my age now. That's just insane to me.
I can never say her name. Kaya Scaldelario. You know who I'm talking about. She was there. She is a lovely human. Gorgeous. Her voice is so nice. The next panel, which I don't remember the movie, but guess who was on this panel? Channing freaking Tatum, okay? This was a moment for me. I do enjoy Channing Tatum. I'm not a huge super fan of his, but I enjoy him. Press conferences, guys, are a lot different than like the Hall H panels or like the Ballroom 20 panels because they are way more intimate. So you're really, really close to these actors, and it was just so nice, and I'm so grateful to have that experience and to be on the press side of stuff. The other person I got to see at the panel was Zachary Quinto. Spock. He's cool. And then the last panel that we attended at the conference was the Secret Service Kingsman panel. I can't even remember the name of this film. However, this movie, which I don't know when it comes out, but it is off a comic book, looks so good. I'm so excited to see this movie when it hits theaters because it has Colin Firth in it, and Colin Firth is playing like a secret agent. Man, he kicks butt in this. So Colin Firth was on that panel, and Samuel L. Jackson, and the 3 other younger people in the cast. Was I a little starstruck? You betcha. The best part of that entire press conference was Samuel L. Jackson. In press conferences, people are there to record it and to write stories about what happened. To acquire this and to remember it, people put their cell phones on the table so they can get the best audio that they can. One of the phones went off during the press conference, right in front of Samuel L. Jackson. He picks it up. I got the whole thing on camera. Some of it. I got most of it. So he picked up the phone and he's like, "Hello?"
Actually, you know, whoever you're calling from the press conference, they got the phone on the desk.
Say what again?
Awesome. I don't know if the tape recorder's still on though. Come on, don't be ashamed, claim your fucking phone. that was algebra. Whoever knows algebra. Gonna check and see if the recorder's on. I can't know.
No. Can you imagine being on the other end of that and being like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, thanks Sam Jackson." Press conference ended, I went to have dinner with Kimmy, and then my grandma came to pick me up, and there isn't an official pickup area or drop-off area, so we kind of did it illegally. My last little hurrah for this video and for Comic-Con was quite hilarious. So I get in the car, she goes to make a left-hand turn and is stopped at the light. I'm looking at my phone, doing something, and my grandma's like, "Oh look, Natasha, someone's doing the same thing you were doing." I look up, and I vaguely recognize this girl that just got out of the car. And then it clicks. Oh, that's Brittany Snow. You know, Brittany Snow from like Pitch Perfect and John Tucker Must Die. Her hair was red, but it was so blatantly Brittany Snow, and I'm just like, "Oh, Grammy, that's an actress." Oh, that's cool. I mean, this is Comic-Con. I mean, there's celebrities everywhere. I mean, even if you don't have tickets, just go. You'll see Brittany Snow walk out of a car in the middle of the street. So that's the end of my Comic-Con experience for 2014. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope next year's gonna be even better. The good thing about being press is that my press badge is good for like 3 years, so I don't have to reapply all the time. So I will be there next year with hopefully some of my friends. We hope so. I wish everyone could be at Comic-Con because it is so much fun, though it is very hot and it's a lot of waiting in line, and sometimes you get really, really disappointed with what you go and what you come back with. But for me, this was a really great time and a great day that I had, and I'm so glad I got to be able to go. I just want to say thank you to my grandma and to Kimmy and Page to Premiere for letting me attend, because the website is awesome and we got to interview the Giver cast there. If you guys want to see what Page to Premiere did at Comic-Con, because there were a bunch of representatives there, go check out the website, page2premiere.com. Check out our Instagram, which is Page to Premiere, and our YouTube page, which is Page to Premiere. All the stuff is going to be linked down below, so check us out. I do hope you guys all have a great day, so keep calm, fangirl on. Bye guys. I feel a hand slowly going down my back. In my mind, I'm like, what the heck? Who is touching me? And Kimmy told me that she was going to be attending the Fox press. Kimmy told me that she was going to be wow. Cannot say. Kimmy told me, wow.